Karaoke is something that I got obsessed with around the same time that I met the woman who is now my wife. And it's proven fact that getting obsessed with a girl is a good way to get obsessed with anything. So the fact that she loved karaoke, I loved karaoke, we loved karaokeing together, that became this kind of bond between us in this way that neither of us had really counted on. And it's a huge part of our lives now. And so for me, the connection between falling in love and doing karaoke is really strong. They're similar things, that they're both really scary to do, and then you do them and the sort of momentum takes over. The first time I ever did karaoke was about 10 years ago, and I'd always gone to karaoke bars and I would stand there and watch people and enjoy it, but I thought, oh no, I'm too terrible a singer. I didn't yet realize that being a terrible singer is the whole point of karaoke. So I got up there and I did an ELO song from the 70s, a hit from my childhood I remember fondly, called Living Thing. It's a living thing, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, what a terrible thing to lose. So I get up there, I do that song, and suddenly I realize, wow, like just singing the song is enough. If you just let the song just like flow through you, that's enough. And you don't have to be talented or skilled. Like, we're all just here because we love it and because we're passionate about it. And once I did that, all the fear just went away, and suddenly I became this like total karaoke ho. It was just like, you know, day to night, like instant like transition. It was like being struck by a thunderbolt or something. One of my favorite karaoke memories is I was down in Florida visiting my parents at this senior community in Fort Myers, where they live, and where there's Wednesday night karaoke nights, and everybody is in their 70s or 80s, and they take the karaoke really seriously, and it's a really intense place to karaoke because these people are singing songs that they've loved for 60 or 70 years. And it's funny, I got up there, I thought I was going to sing, you know, I was going to meet them halfway generationally, you know, maybe sing some Kenny Rogers or Neil Diamond or something. It's like, no, everything is like from the 40s, 50s, early 60s. Even Dean Martin is kind of, you know, pushing it. Everybody's doing, you know, these like Frank Sinatra, Billie Holiday, Johnny Cash, Nat King Cole, really old school kind of stuff. And it's really fun. I mean, it was really daunting. It's the only time I've ever been nervous singing karaoke, just because I thought these people are really hardcore about their Wednesday night karaoke time. And I did a Frank Sinatra song, and I was really, you know, really hope they like it, because these are people who've loved Frank Sinatra longer than I've been alive. I sang New York, New York, and honestly, because it's a short one, and because it's an easy one, and because I actually like toyed with the idea of singing something like I've Got You Under My Skin, and I was like, too hard. I was like, I have to just, you know, really, you know, I really wanted to honor and respect the song, and that's it. It's funny the way that was like a really strong element, and like, but singing karaoke with people who are, you know, lifetime music fans, you know, it's really inspiring as well as terrifying. Singing somebody's songs at karaoke definitely makes you reappreciate their music. I mean, I always loved Neil Diamond. You know, I always heard Neil Diamond songs on the radio until I started singing Neil Diamond songs at karaoke. In comparison, I was a minor league Neil Diamond fan. I was not the Neil Diamond freak that I've become. Some artists, you know, you sing their songs and you find you hear your voice and their voice, and it's funny because that's a way that everybody listens to music. But when you're actually singing for the first time in your life as an adult, you find yourself just reappraising all this music that you've known all your life. Karaoke is a form where, you know, your skills mean nothing, your talent means nothing, your knowledge and experience. It really just comes down to the passion that you bring to it. And to me, that's something very challenging. For me, it's been very emotionally challenging. That to sing karaoke, you know, like you can't dawdle with it, you can't tiptoe around it, you can't stand on the sidelines, you can't pick up the microphone and then sing, you know, maybe like every other line, you can't like mumble into it, the microphone, you can't pick up the microphone and then hide behind the post or lean against the wall. You have to put yourself out there emotionally, physically, musically, and that to me was a challenge. And so for me, karaoke was a huge part of coming out of a dark and lonesome period of my life, a very solitary period of my life, and sort of learning to clear my throat as an adult. And for me, it was part of coming back to life because it was part of sort of opening up emotionally. It's weird how much karaoke has an element of that. You know, it forces you to open up and go for it all the way because you can't halfway karaoke.